Pixar's latest controversy is very disappointing. In a recent Bloomberg article, the chief creative officer at Pixar talked about where the future of the company is headed, and it's safe to say that a lot of people are not happy with it. Here's a segment from the article that's being shared around a lot right now. After Pixar lost millions of dollars in 2022 and Elemental had Pixar's worst ever opening weekend performance the following year, there was a real intense period of self-scrutiny and feeling like we had messed up in some way, Doctor says. They arrived at mentoring Pixar's upcoming directors to focus less on autobiographical tales. Luca had been inspired by the director's childhood in Italy, Turning Red by its director's relationship with her mother, and Elemental, which did gain some momentum overseas and online, by its director's immigrant family. Pixar would instead develop concepts with clear mass appeal, many of which, in the case of sequels and spin-offs, had already been proven. The studio's movies should be less a pursuit of any director's catharsis and instead speak to a commonality of experience. I don't think we can ever let ourselves off the hook for making sure that we deliver the best possible and most relatable films. Basically, people are interpreting this as Pixar doing more sequels, doing less original projects, and just being more broad and generic overall. And this is really heartbreaking to see from a studio that's been for a long time pushing original concepts. The virtual celebrity, who's a fellow animation commentary creator, said this: "But I'll hold off and wait for the inevitable rot of the company over the next 5 years with this business model in mind for me to witness. Personal stories are how people connect to things. If you try to appeal to everyone, you'll end up appealing to no one." The creator of The Owl House, Terrace, said this: "How inspiring. There's something very disgusting about telling directors, writers, and artists their experiences and inspirations aren't appealing enough for the masses. Not every story has to be a one-to-one metaphor for someone's experiences. However, a blanket statement insinuating personal stories can't be relatable or appealing cuts down on the variety of films that can be made, and that's how you get stale, recycled cash grabs. This doesn't have to be an either-or world. All types of movies can coexist." But who I might be agreeing with the most here is actually fellow content creator Kevin Perry, who says, "My 2 cents is that the evolution of movie going into streaming has Pixar acting like their most recent YouTube video isn't performing in the first 5 minutes, so they need to add more clickbait to their title and thumbnail. Just because your most recent stuff isn't performing super well doesn't mean you need to tear up your strategy completely. It's the same strategy of telling personal stories that brought us movies like The Incredibles." So what do you guys think about all this? Do you think that Pixar's making the right decision? And as always, remember to follow for animation news.